helped me to pay my school fees, and I have got some clothes, and I've learned the computer. My name is Atkwasa Ruth. I am 12 years old and I live at SAS. I want to be a lawyer.
At the beginning, I thought it will not work. Oh, what is it now? We need to help, but are there people? I know a few, but are there many? But now, after opening the center and sitting there from morning to evening, now I realize there are very many people who need more help. Not only children, because they are more vulnerable. For them, they come many, but even adults. So there is a lot for the center. Yes. And it's called SAS Parish Community Resource Center. And it started with a mission of offering services that children don't have at school and at home.
Social skills, practical skills that can help them, because there's a lot of theoretical education in Uganda, and a lot of young people get a lot of theory and they don't have practical skills. So it's difficult for them to get jobs in the world, on the outside market.
At the center, we offer free services. We have mentoring and coaching. Here we mentor anybody who comes to seek help in mentoring in education, mentoring in jobs, mentoring in career, mentoring everyone who needs any information. And coaching, we coach students, young ones, up to adults. Then with our computer training, those ones is a must and it's a key, because there is no way how you can go to the university, how can you do your work, even using a phone, when you don't know how to use a computer. So that one, we teach it to everyone who comes at the center. Those ones who have it at school, they just study theory, they can't access the practical of the computer, touching it, they just hear a mouse, hear a keyboard, hear it has a screen, it has the CPU, but when they come to the center, they can see everything practically and work on it practically. So I'm so proud of the center.
Yeah, it has helped me in many ways, because I teach my fellow students. I teach them which I learned. So those who I have taught many students. So now I know how to type, I know how to design and color everything, and I'm still learning other skills. Yeah. Tukundane Bridget. Now I'm 18 years. I'm living in SAS.
There's a lot of things that need to be dealt with in Uganda, especially for the girl child. The girl child is a very dear subject to me, because the majority of the people in this country are women. They're young people, they are girls, and many of them are left to bring up the kids of their parents who died because of the war, or who died because of AIDS. Was a very big epidemic here in the 80s and 90s. So you find a lot of young homes being run by girls, young girls. Now, if we can manage to assist them to have a decent life and understanding, it will help them to continue to their education and lead a meaningful life while they help their young ones. So that is the main objective of My Afrika Volunteers. But of course, we're also looking at other areas where we may be of use. The project is open to new ideas. It is open to new projects to come up within it. Of course, resources are allowing, because we are running this on a completely volunteer basis. We don't have any resources from anywhere, but with the help from Clara Gymnasium and our friends in Sweden, in Karlstad, we have been able to run the project up to now.
They come in holidays, and those ones who are sent out of school because of school fees, they also come and use the center because they get time to read. When they're at home, they are told, do this, do that, go fetch water, go bring this, you cook, you wash, and yet they have to study. So they come to the center, they read their books, they get some coaching. By the time the exams come, then they're not very far from those ones who have been in school all the time. Yes.
What I want to be in future is that I want to become either a professional doctor or an accountant. So I prefer that.
So we go to their families and look at them, and then we really get to know how they are. Because you find someone can get clothes, can get food, at least one meal a day, but can't afford school fees. And you find one doesn't even have clothes, even shoes, but can go to school. Why? He has got a sponsor, and that one needs clothes. So we rank them and we say, what do you need most? We don't just give to everyone. For those ones who need to go to school, we just give school fees. Because if we keep on giving, if we keep on trying and we say we shall give everything, then parents will just sit back and relax. And yet they also have to take part. Because if you don't take part in something, you don't find it more valuable to you. And then when we select a student, then we try to see how we can get school fees for them. The director, we will call him the director, that is William. William sponsored many. Yes, he tried his level best to see that they go to school. But of course, he can't take the whole package of it. So we try to ask our friends, that is Pontus and Andreas.
The center has greatly helped me in the provision of space for revision, and the people who do sponsor the center. There is a friend of mine, a student, who normally helps in paying my fees. And the name of that friend of mine is Bella. So she's a student in Sweden. My name is Nachigudo Olivia. I'm 15 years old and I live in Sasi.
Because even youths around who are failing in life, mainly most didn't go to school. And if we educate all, then we are changing the community.
The people who are running it, they need some money for keep on going. And we need to keep them because they have learned what the center is all about. To retain them, we need to be able to give them some kind of facilitation, transport money, money for upkeep. Of course, many of them are willing to work with us and they are passionate about it. So we've got some rent arrears which need to be paid. And we had thought we were going to move into a new building, but it's not ready yet, and we don't know when it will be ready because it's also being built on donor money, people donating money to build it, and we can't force them. So, and we realized that at present we only have 2 big rooms we are using. Of course, there's a possibility to have 2 more rooms there, but we can't take them on because we don't have the money to rent them out. That is one of the most urgent ones. But I cannot say that is more important than school fees. The most important thing is to get school fees and have these kids in school, because it is my sincere belief that the only reason I came back to Uganda and the only reason why I do this, I don't do it for anything else, I do it for the children. I do it for the kids, I want them to have a good life. I want to give them an opportunity. Because when I look at the opportunities they have and the opportunities, the quality of life they have compared to what I had when I was growing up, and I grew up many years ago, mine was better than theirs, and theirs should be better than mine. So, and I know that I can do the things I've done because I had that strong foundation. Without that foundation, then we are in trouble. We're in trouble because the challenges they have today are much greater than we had before. There are so many things which are being thrown at them, with new technologies coming, with the new expectations coming, and with the AIDS epidemic that was here, it killed off many children's parents. So they are growing up without direction.
Volunteers to come in, you to teach others, as we also, you learn as you share. We learn as, so that is the spirit that I want to keep on at the center. If you learn something, share it with someone else, and then someone else who has learned it will also share it. The more you share it, the more you get it. Our director always tells us, knowledge not shared is knowledge lost. Though we need more advertising, because there are very many people who need that help, but they don't know that you are there. But I'm happy that those ones who have got the service go on telling others. Every day I get a new one, every day. How did you know about the center? Because I ask that question always, and they always tell me, someone who was there told me. Someone called me and told me, you go to the center, you get what you have not got. So I just find it interesting. And I just pray that the center continues to grow big and help many people. Yes.